Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the remaining questions of in last video we have discussed question 1 to question number 4, and today we will discuss question 5 to question number 7. The remaining questions of this paper. This one is May-June 2024 paper, and it's paper 5-2. Now let's move to the question number 5. Now in question number 5, the first question is Jasmine has one 5 coin, $2 coin and two $1 coin. She select two of these at random. Variable x is the total value in dollars of these 2 coins. Probability of x is equals to 5. Now we know that we need to show that probability of x is equal to 7. It means that the total value should be of 7. So we will have two cases. That in the first one we have, let's say, $5 coin, and in the second one we should have $2 coin. Then plus probability of $2 coin and then $5 coin. Now the probability of 5 will be what? We have one coin and the total number of coin are 5. So this should be 1 over 5 multiplied by probability of 2. 2 is $2 coin. We have 2 coins and the total number of coins now will be 4 because one of the coin already has been selected. Now plus probability of 2. Probability of 2 will be what? Probability of 2 will be, this will be what? This will be probability of 2. This will be 2 over 5 for the first one because we have two coins of $2, and then for 5 we will have 1, so 1 by 4. Now if you simplify it, 2 1s are 2 2s are 4, and we have 2 1s are 2 2s are 4. This will be 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10, which means 2 by 10, and the final answer will be 1 by 5, and 1 by 5 is equals to 0.2. This will be the final answer. Let's move to the part B. Now this one is part B. Draw the probability distribution table. Now for probability distribution table, we keep one thing in mind, that $5 coins we have only one, $2 coins we have two, and $1 coin we have two coins, and X represents the total value of the coins. Total value. Okay. Now here we can see that X is equals to, let's say, 2, 3, 4, and then 6 and 7. We have skipped 5 because we have to select 2, and it is not possible that if we select 2, we will have 5 number of selections, 5 number of total, $5 of total value. Now now we can do probability of x is equals to x. Now for 2, what we have to do is, let me write it over here, that probability of x is equals to 2 will be equals to, there are two possibilities, that probability of x is equals to 2, that what we can do is probability of 1 and 1. So this will be equals to, the probability of 1 means that this will be 2 by 5 for the first one, 2 by 5 multiply by, for the second one we will have 1 by 4, and if we simplify it, this will be equals to 1 by 10. So let me write it over here, 1 by 10. Now the next one is 3. Probability of x is equals to 3. Now how we can find out 3? We can have probability of 2 and $2 and $1 plus probability of $1 and $2. So now how we can find it out? We know that probability of 2 for the first case will be 2 by 5, and for the second case for 1 this will be 2 by 4 plus, now if we have 2 by 5 multiply by 2 by 4 for 2. Now if you simplify it, this will be equals to, let me simplify it here, 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 ones are 2 twos are. So here we will have 2 by 10 2 by 10 plus 2 by 10, which means 4 by 10, which means now if we add it, this will be 4 by 10, not 4 by 10, sorry, this will be equals to, this will be equals to 2 by 10. So 2 by 10, which means 1 by 5, or let's say 2 by 10 is the probability. So 2 by 10, because we want the same denominator, that is why we can use 2 by 10. Now 4 by probability of x is equals to 4. Probability of x is equals to 4 means we can have probability of 2 and 2 is equals to, we know that probability of 2 will be 2 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 4. So this will be equals to 1 by 10. Now probability of x is equals to 6. Probability of x is equals to 6. So this can be probability of 5 and 1 plus probability of 1 and 5. So we can say that 1 by 5 multiplied by 2 by 4 whole multiplied by 2, because it will be same. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. Finally we will have 2 by 10. 2 by 10. For 7, what we have to do? We have two possibilities. We can have probability of x is equal to 7 will be equals to probability of 5 and 2 plus probability of 2 and 5. So which means we can write it as 1 by 5 multiplied by 2 by 4, and for the second one we will have the same scenario, plus 2 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 4. So if we simplify it, we will get 2 by 10. Now let me write it over here that the probability for this one will be 2 by 10. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to the next part, C part. Find the value of the variance x. Now for variance, what we have to do, we need to see the formula sheet. That for probability distribution table, we can have the variance like this. We can use the expected value first. We need to find out the expected value, and then we can find out, we can use the formula of variance over here. So let's use the formula that for variance we need to find out the expected value first. So for expected value, what we have to do, we need to simply multiply. Basically the formula for the expected value is summation of x p. So it means that for 2 the probability was 1 by 10, plus for 3 the probability was what was the probability? It was, let me check it again. It was basically 4 by 10. Okay, it was 4 by 10. Let me check it over here. Yes, this will be 4 by 10. Now let me write it over here. Okay, we need to just multiply it over here. we need to multiply it over here. Okay, now if you multiply it with 4 by 10, 4 by 10 plus this will be, again we need, for 4 it was 1 by 10, probability was, and then for 6 we have 2 by 10 plus then we have 7 into 2 by 10. Now if we calculate it and if we simplify it, our final answer will be 4.4. Is 4.4. This will be the expected value. Now let's see how we can find out the variance. The formula for variance of x was summation of x square p minus expected value of x whole square. Now we just need to simplify it like this, that this will be 2 square multiplied by 1 by 10 plus 3 square multiplied by 4 by 10 plus 4 square multiplied by 1 by 10 plus 6 square multiplied by 2 by 10 plus 7 square multiplied by 2 by 10. Now if we simplify it and then we need to subtract it with 4.4 square. The rest is the calculation, that is why I am just sharing the final answer, that variance of x will be equals to 3.24. This will be the final answer. I hope that the concept is clear, but still if you have any question you can ask it in the comment section. Let's move to the next question, question number 6. The residents of Majing were asked to classify the local bus services. 25% of residents classified their services as good, 60% of residents classified as satisfactory, 15% as poor. A random sample of 110 represent a resident of Majing is chosen. Use a suitable approximation to find the probability that fewer than 22 residents classified their bus service as good. Now, first of all, we need to understand that the random variable x is basically the number of resident classified good services. Okay. Now x is the random variable and it's a, so this will be, now the total sample is of n is 110 and the probability of success is 25%, which means 0.25. So mu will be equals to We know that for binomial distribution, how we can find out the mu. How we can find out the mu? Mu is equals to its NP. We can see its NP and sigma square will be equals to this thing. So we can directly use these two things, and we can say NP means if you multiply 110 into 0.25, what will be the answer? Let me check it over here. That this will be equals to 110 multiplied by 0.25. So this will be equals to 50. It means 27.5. 27.5. Now let me check the other thing, that is sigma square is equals to, we have to multiply 110 into 0.25 into 0.75. How 0.75? Because we know that sigma square is equals to NPQ, and if P is 0.25, Q will be equals to 0.75. Now if we simplify it, the answer will be 110.5 multiplied by 0.75. So this will be equals to 20.625. 20. So sigma square will be equals to 20.625. Now let me try to convert it into normal distribution. So for normal distribution, we will have 27.5 and 20.625. Now it was given in the question 22 fewer than means less than 22 is equal to probability of z less than 21.5 minus 27.5 divided by 20.625. So if we calculate it, what will be the answer? Let me check it over here. So this will be 21.5 minus 27.5 divided by square root of 20.625. This will be equals to minus 1.324. Minus 1.321, yes. This will be equal to probability of z less than minus 1.321. Now, as you can see, it is in the negative mode. So what we can do is, we need to write it like z. We need to write it like minus 1.321, and as it is in the negative mode, so we need to convert it like this: probability of z less than 1.321. So 1 minus probability of z is 1.325. Let me check. Let me use the table. 1.321. 1.321. So 1.321. Okay. So this will be 0.9066 and plus 2. So 0.9068. 0.9068. So this will be 0.9068. So if we simplify it, if we subtract it from 1, what will be the answer? 1 minus 0.9068, 0.0932. 0.0932. This will be the answer. Let's move to the next question. Question number, the second part, the B part. For a random variable of 10 resident, find a probability that fewer than 8 classified their bus service as good or satisfactory. So if we use the binomial distribution n is 10 and 8 classified their bus service as good or satisfactory. So if we let's have a look on this. Good and satisfactory means that 25 and 60% means it's 80. If we combine it, it will be 85%. So 85% means that the probability of success will be 0.85. Now less than 8, probability of x less than 8 will be equals to, this will be, basically there are two ways we can add from 1 to 7, or the easiest way is 1 minus 1 minus, okay, so this will be 1 minus probability of x greater than and equals to 8, which means 1 minus probability of x is equals to 8 plus probability of x is equals to 9 plus probability of x is equals to 10. Now if we use the binomial distribution formula, the formula was 1 minus, for the first one it will be 10c8 0.85 whole power 8 and 0.15 whole power 2, plus for the second one 10c9 0.85 whole power 9 and 0.15 whole power 1, plus 10c10 0.85 whole power 10 and 0.15 whole power 0. Now we can use the calculator and simplify it. So this will be equals to, this will be 1 minus bracket 10c8 multiply by 0.85 power, okay, power 8 multiply by 0.15 whole power whole square, then plus 10c9 multiply by 0.85 whole power 9 multiply by 0.15 plus 10c10 multiply by 0.85 whole power 10, bracket close and the other bracket is also close. This will be equals to 0.17, this will be equals to 0.1798. So we can approximate it up to, so 0.180 will be the final answer if we correct it to the 3 decimal place. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to the next one, the C part. Three residents of Malaysian are selected at random. 3 residents. Find the probability that one resident as good as said. Okay. Now for this one, what we have to do is We just need to simplify it like what? This is a 2-mark question. Let me check this thing. That this will be equals to, we know that the percentage of one more and one satisfactory 0.25 multiplied by 0.60 multiplied by 0.15, and if we multiply it with 3 factorial, because we need to find out for the 3 resident. So if we simplify it, this will be 0.25 multiplied by 0.6 multiplied by 0.15. So multiply by 3 factorial. 3 factorial. So this will be equals to 0.135. So the answer for this question will be 0.135. This will be the final answer. Let's move to the D part. Let's move to the next question. That is question number 7. How many different arrangements are there of the 10 letters in the word regenerated? Now we know that the keyword is arrangements. It means we have to use factorial or permutation. But here we can see that there is no condition. That is why we can use the factorial. The total number of letters are 10. So 10 factorial. So 10 factorial divided by the number of repeated letters. So let me check here that the repeated letters will be, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 each. So which means 4 factorial. Let me check any other letter. Is the repeated one? Yes, R. We have 2 R's. So 10 factorial divided by this thing. So this will be equals to 10 factorial divided by 4 factorial multiplied by 2 factorial. So the answer will be 75600. 75600 will be the final answer. Let's move to the B part. How many different arrangements are there? How many different arrangements are there in which the E's are together and 2 are exactly 3? So first of all, again we have to see the keyword. The keyword is arrangement. So it is, this one is the keyword, so we have to use a factorial or permutation. But here we have the conditions, so we have to use the permutation. They are saying the E's are together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the E's are together means that we must have E's together here. And then we have, they say that the 2 R's have exactly 3 letters in between them. So it means that if first R is here, there must be exactly 3 letters between them. Now this is the condition basically. Now first of all, let's find out for this portion. This will be equals to, we have 3 spaces, and already we know that 4 E's are gone because they have already selected, and then 2 R's are already selected. So what we can do is, we have 4 and 2, 6. So 6 means remaining letters are 4. So for this portion, this will be equals to 4P, and the spaces are 3. 4P3 multiply by, now for this one, what will be the answer? This will be 3 factorial. Okay, let me check it here, that this will be what? Now for this one we will have 4 factorial, because there is no condition for this one, so we can use factorial. So 4 factorial multiply by, for this one there must be 3 factorial, sorry. 3 factorial because some of the letters are selected here. So 3 factorial multiplied by 4p3. This will be equals to 144. So this will be the final answer. I hope that the concept is clear, and if you have any question you can ask it in the comment section. Let's move to the next one, the next part. The last one, I think, yes, it is the last one. Now, find the probability that a randomly chosen arrangement of the 10 letters in the word regenerated is, okay, consonant and vowels, okay, so that no two consonants are next to each other. Now, first of all, let's find out the total number of arrangements. Total arrangements. Now, total arrangement for this case is 10 factorial. In the first part we have already found it out. 4 factorial multiplied by 2 factorial, and it was, let me reconfirm it, it was 75600. 75600. 75600. Now the next one is, the next thing is we need to find out the number of ways to arrange the consonants. So this will be equals to, we know that we have 5, so 5 factorial divided by repeated letter will be 2 factorial, yes, because we have 5 and in which we have 2 repeated letters, so 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, this will be equals to 60. So this will be equals to 60. Now let me find the other way, number of ways to arrange the vowels. Now if we arrange the number of vowels, what we can do, we have 5 vowels, so 5 factorial, and the repeated letters are 4, so 4 factorial. Here you can see we have 5 letters, 5 vowels, and 4 are the repeated one. So 5 factorial divided by 4 factorial, this will be equals to 5. Now what we can do, number of such sequence means we have to keep these two things, the conditions which follow the condition. So number of total sequence, number of such sequence or the above mentioned sequence will be equals to what? This will be equals to 5 multiplied by 60, so this will be equals to 300. And total valid alternative sequence, so total valid alternating sequence is equals to 300 plus 300, which means 600. Now we have to find out the probability. In the question they ask the probability, so we have just find out the total number of arrangements. So for probability, this will be equals to number of valid alternative sequences, number of valid alternative sequences divided by the total arrangements. So this will be equals to 600 divided by 75600. So let me calculate it. Let me see what will be the answer. 600 divided by 75600. So this will be equals to 1 by 26. 1 by 26. This will be the final answer. I hope that the concept is clear. Okay, I think that is it for today. Today we have discussed the complete paper of May-June 2024. Previously we have discussed from question number 1 to question number 4, and then today we have discussed question 5, 6 and 7. If you have any question, you can ask it in the comment section. If you have any doubt, or if you want to contact me on WhatsApp, you can see the link in the description. You can directly join the group. Thank you.